All right, ladies and gentlemen, what a sell-off yesterday in the... Let's take Greenland. And the market is selling off. What a stupid thing. No, well, not stupid, but annoying thing, actually, for a market sell-off. Now, I'm extremely annoyed of this. Let's just be honest here. Why is he doing this? Why is Trump constantly looking for a fight? I don't get it. Does it make him happy? Again with the tariff threats. Again, I can't hardly wait South Park to create an episode on this. This is just annoying. Okay. Nevertheless, the market sold off yesterday. Let's take a look at the S&P here, where we had a 2% down, and it's actually let me just measure this. It's a 2.5%. So it's nothing. Okay. We just broke the 50-day moving average, which is pretty near to the 20-day moving average, so nothing special here. Could the sell-off continue and hit the 100-day moving average? Now, this would be even better if it does, setting us up for a really nice bounce after earnings. Speaking of earnings, today we're going to go again over, as always. Welcome to the Before the Bell edition of wealthdome. We're going to go over the big things moving the markets here. We're going to go over the major moving indices, and let's just get started with S&P futures. Currently, the ES looking for more sell-off. We are targeting here the 6,800-ish range, and NASDAQ also selling off hard here, the NASDAQ futures. Now, oil, on the other hand, I was warning of this. Oil futures are looking bullish for the near term, especially gas, which is ripping us. I sold some, so I went short gas. I then went long gas, another long gas, closed my short position in a loss, currently having the long position in a little win. Closed it. I have two long positions on the options markets for that. Let me just update this. Gas ripping higher here. I don't think this is all we saw out of natural gas. I think we are still going to see a little bit of more pressure up here until it's going to get overbought, even if it's going to pause here. So if you see here a pause and just wiggle around here, guess what? Let me do here Fibonacci extension. Natural gas will go higher until it's going to find its footing. So let's go lows, highs, and we're at the 61, so pretty good extension here for natural gas. Could this go even higher? Now, because it kind of closed underneath of it, this is interesting. Could this be it for natural gas? It's interesting. Let's just say it's interesting. Because it went so fast, so high, there are two possibilities. Either it's going to come down or it's going to stabilize here. So now, due to the fact that this is actually caused by the could Europe run out of gas? No, it's not going to run out. The US net gas price rally continues. Natural gas hits 5-week highs. So a little bit of polar wind, a little bit of turmoil there in Europe, Davos, and stuff like that. Gold on the other. So I think natural gas is going to go a little bit further here. Gold, on the other hand, yesterday I closed all of my positions, GLD and SLV. I closed them all winning positions. Now silver is getting a little bit sold off here, but gold ripping higher. Could this be the next leg up for gold? It is heading now towards the 5,000, and I think it's going to reach the 5,000, and that's it. After 5,000, we're going to have a pullback in gold, I would say. Now, silver, on the other hand, this is looking for that 100 handle. Come on, silver. It's looking for it. It's going to find it. So I'm still bullish on silver, still bullish on gold. I will open a new silver position more than likely today in SLV. No more silver futures for me because they're killing the margin, and they're going to expand the margin. So be aware that the CMA is going to expand the margin on silver, meaning it's going to be more buying power it's going to require more buying power in order to place bets on the silver options market. Okay, moving on to copper, as predicted, had a little bounce here, hit the setup on the head here on the 20-day moving average, but it's beautifully bounced. No, wait, is it the 20-day? Yeah, it's the 20-day moving average. But it's going higher here, so still bullish on copper on the long term. On a medium term, I would love for copper to have a little bit of a pullback here, just to relax a little bit, and then go upwards for the next leg high. So anybody who bought down here copper and still holding it, keep holding it, you're going to have massive returns on copper. Now, Bitcoin and Ethereum, on the other hand, Bitcoin came back down again, kind of negated this turnaround story. So I don't know, it could go other ways from here, but I'm still bullish on Bitcoin, still looking to buy Bitcoin here between the $80-ish range and then further down underneath the $70,000 per Bitcoin. Now that's it for the major indices. Now let's jump into a couple of earnings because we had Netflix. Now, first of all, let's start with 3M. So I was bullish on 3M, but they disappointed, although they did have good earnings. A little bit of surprise there on the revenue. Let's get started with 3M. I have a couple of notes here. So EPS, well, let's go to earnings per share. Better than expected. Revenue within range, a little bit of loss there. What can I say? Wall Street focus is still having problems with their litigations. Okay, so cash covered litigations, meaning they are going to hemorrhage some cash. Now, is this a good place to buy 3M for the long term? Don't forget, this is a good dividend yielding stock, currently yielding $1.87 a share, constantly growing their dividends. Not a bad place to buy 3M, but let's look back. Not at all-time highs. This could go down even further. Next earnings is up later on. Let's take a look. Q4 3M net income was $577 million or 1.07 per share, down from the 728 million last year. So kind of lower earnings there. Now, let's see what the management said here. I have a couple of notes. Strong operational execution, confidence in long-term cash generation. Of course, 3M is a good company. So the trend is, well, it's kind of trending now, still upwards. If this trend does not change, then I'm still bullish on 3M, own the stock, and will probably sell it if the RSI gets up there in the nose bleeding section. But currently, 3M is even now, a good buying opportunity. Okay, short-term, so short-term neutral to bearish. So this is really short-term. Till the next earnings, I would say long-term attractive, only if litigations clarity improves, because we still don't know what there is going to happen. So if you want to know more about 3M, stick around on this channel. Okay, let's move on now to the second company, D.R. Horton. Also reported earnings. Horton. Where do you have it? DR. There we go. D.R. Horton reported the earnings, bounced a little bit around there. This is America's largest home builder, just told us that they exactly what housing is heading towards, and that is that there's nothing happening in the housing market. So D.R. Horton builds entry-level homes, for those of you who don't know, making it a direct play on rates, demand, and affordability. So they reported pretty okayish earnings, surprise 5.54%, surprise on revenue 4.56%. Not impressed here with D.R. Horton. The stock went basically nowhere, jumped around a bit. RSI 51, so pretty good setup for a strangle. in either direction. Should you buy DR Horton here? Let's just say no. Just let it do its thing. If you own it, don't sell it. I would say short-term rent. For the short term, just hold it. For long term, solid hold. It's a solid operational industry, so just hold it. Also, it's going to yield its dividend in a couple of days. It's going to give you 1.08%. Well, it's not a REIT, so there you go. Okay, next one is NFLX, Netflix. I have a major position here on Netflix. In the pre-market, this stock is so majorly oversold, I have to buy more, I would say. But let's take a look at the weeklies. Let's go here, 5 years. Weeklies almost at the 200-day moving average. It's almost there. It's almost there. Oversold. It's going to get oversold on the dailies, and it will be oversold on the dailies, more likely. But on the weeklies, it's still there. It's still. I would love to see it get even more oversold. It's pretty hard. It's really, really hard here with Netflix. Last time it got this oversold, don't think that the stock cannot go even lower. You know what? Let's just see from where the stock is going to rebound, and then it's time to buy Netflix. I'm happy with my position. Of course, massively down, but as the Netflix is not going to go out of business. It just has a little bit of story problem right now, because earnings were great-ish. They had okay earnings. They didn't grow as much. They didn't. Most of the stuff that people are watching were actually those Stranger Things. So their own releases. Now, the big problem here with Netflix is still the looming story of the acquisition of Warner Brothers. Will they, won't they? How long this is going to take? How much money are they going to earn with that? Wall Street is not happy with Netflix, so let Wall Street... Don't be a contrarian here. Yes, I love Netflix as a stock, not as a company. Necessarily, I don't think that... Netflix doesn't... I'm watching Stranger Things right now, and I have to say that, and I'm binge watching it, okay, with my wife, and I have to say, I never saw it. I have to say that it's garbage. And you know why? Well, I grew up with The Sopranos, with Game of Thrones, with a lot of really good series from HBO. And if you're younger than me, so I'm turning 40, if you're in your 20s, I can understand that you maybe find Stranger Things interesting. They have good characters. They have a lot of CGI there. Everything is happening at once. But it's each first 3 episodes from each series is kind of introducing the characters, then something starts happening, and then a 2 major episode finale. Okay, and that's it for each and every season. Because I'm binge watching it, that's why it's so clear to me that they have a formula and they're applying the same formula for each and every season. And it's boring. For me, it's extremely boring. Yes, I would like to say that Stranger Things is garbage. For me, it's garbage. And Netflix does not release original content that is exceptionally good. It is okay. So that's my take on Netflix. But they're going to own HBO after this. If they buy Warner Bros. So Warner Bros. They're going to own Harry Potter. They're going to own what else? Sopranos. They're going to own Friends. Man, they're going to own everything that it's a huge franchise. I would say that the only thing that as a series is now really, really good is Landman, and I would say that even that is not at that level. That I still have to compare it to The Sopranos, and I won't even start comparing it to things like Game of Thrones, because that's Sopranos and Game of Thrones are 2 different things, but the major leagues, the major leagues. Okay, that's my rant on Netflix. If you don't own a stock, want to nibble on it, feel free to do so. Okay, let's move on. The next one, IBKR Interactive Brokers, IBKR. Now, I have had my eyes on this little fellow. This is a really good company. Bullish trend. This is the weeklies. Now let's go to the dailies. Bullish, bullish, bullish trend. It's trying to break out here. I would bet on them, and on Robinhood. Let me just check that. I still have IBKR. I should have IBKR in one of my portfolios. Come on, recognize my face. Where do I have IBKR? Let me just check it. Yep, there it is. And after this earnings, I'm going to buy some more. Right now, I'm buying IBKR. Okay, bought it. There we go. Still buying it. Okay. Yep. Bought more IBKR. Loving this stock. Something's not working here. So I did not buy IBKR, but I will buy it. I will buy it. Okay. There we go. Bought some IBKR. Boom. There we go. Love this stock. Had great earnings. The company quickly makes money where trends win or lose because they win on the spread. So yes, in a major market downturn, everything gets sold, but they still make money. So at the end of the day, the stock gets sold, the company will make money. You're going to come back to the company, look at their earnings and say, hey, this is a really profitable company. How the hell the market is going down? What is happening? Well, they're making money. Whether the market goes up, the market goes down, whether they are selling options, whether they're selling stock, whether they're selling prediction markets, it doesn't matter as long there is selling and buying. Okay? And when there's a lot of selling, they make money. Where there's a lot of buying, they make money. Well, then there's a little pause where people are scared of the markets. But this would need to happen in a recession. So let's move on from IBKR because that was my 2 cents on IBKR. Good earnings, good revenue. It's not really rate dependent, but I could say it's rate dependent. And for the long term, best in class on operations. Okay, although I have a small little account on IBKR, but I mostly use Tasty for my options trades. Okay, last one is United Airlines. So ticker symbol UAL. And there we go. Jumped. So sold off on earnings, jumping in the pre-market. It's up, let's say, $3 a share. It's up, this company, and it is in a bull uptrend. So good earnings. United Airlines just improved once again. Airlines are trending vehicles, not in investments. So what is my 2 cents on United Airlines? Definitely a buy here, and keep holding it. Keep holding United Airlines. Okay, couple of things. I'm going to release a basics on stock course in a couple of weeks. Definitely check that one out. So stock market, the basics, and then I'm going to release options, the basics, and then portfolio building, the basics, portfolio management, the basics. All of them will be in my YouTube channels on the courses. Okay, so definitely check it out. I'm going to announce each of them. They're free. You can try them. And yeah, let me hear your thoughts then on then. Until then, catch you tomorrow, same day, same hour, same channel actually, and same hour. This was Before the Bell on Wealth Done with me, Norbert Magnart, where we build and protect wealth. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.